Oh. It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it. Hey. Hey.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You locked in at Big Frank in the morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you in the world, in the universe. Locked in the room with myself and I and me. I guess we already. It's Daniel the Dark Knight.
What's good? What's good?
Kev on air. D Money Mac and Zaima Beloved. Did I do right? What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Chilling.
How was y'all yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm back like a little left.
Here you go.
I came through with my better chest.
Facts.
Listen, how was y'all yesterday? What jumped off? What popped off?
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead. 3-minute story. Let's get it.
This scary TV show called From. It's on Amazon Prime Video, and it has the black guy from what is that movie called? No, not Best Man. Yeah, Best Man. Y'all seen Best Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The one black dude.
They all black dudes.
But
All of them.
You'll see the post.
You talking about Tay Diggs?
Huh?
Talking about Tay Diggs?
No, the other black guy.
Morris Chestnut?
Kind of like nerdy.
Oh,
The one Candy the stripper.
right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm like,
Terrible.
okay.
So I first off, I don't watch scary movies like that because I'm a big scaredy cat. I guess they're very, very.
You run up the stairs in the dark.
Mind
don't you?
you, she played video games with zombies.
Right.
That's a different story. You know it's
I know they coming.
It's scary to me.
It's because I know they coming.
But they're not scary to me. It's more like paranormal stuff. Like that stuff scary.
Oh, nah.
Got you.
I don't mess with stuff that
Yeah.
messes
But
my
the
spirit.
TV show, I decided to put it on right before I was going to bed. That was the mistake that I made. It was really good. Like, don't get me wrong. The plot and what was going on, I'm like, this is nuts. Like, this is so good. I want to keep watching it, but it was kind of scary. I was watching it like this. I'm like, so I definitely recommend it. If you like it, and just warning for those who don't like gore, it is extremely gory, like to the max. But if you are interested in a scary TV show with a crazy plot line that's like something new and different and fresh, definitely check it out. Because I've seen millions of TV shows and movies at this point.
Got you.
They kind of blend together. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask really quickly for my Facebook followers. What's the call-in number?
716. Help me out. 205.
I'm sorry. 8136.
8136. 716 205 8136. Those who are tapped in, who wants to call in. Yeah, watch what you're watching. Be
Watch
careful.
what you're watching.
Kevin, how was your yesterday? Welcome back welcome to the table.
Listen, I hate being away.
I'm gonna get you a trolley car. Direct line.
A direct line, no facts.
Go ahead.
My yesterday was good. A lot of work, painting, usual thing. And then this TV show, doc. This joint about to be crazy. Like when I say tap in to a place, doc.
No good stuff.
Like this joint about to be wild.
Can you just refresh us on the TV show that you're
So
on the contract,
I can't really give out too much because I did sign
What's official?
so yeah, it's definitely official. But it's a show about relationships.
Okay.
And the trials and tribulations and the journey to finding that one. But
Reality show?
it is not. It is a actual. It's like a series. Yeah. But it is. This joint is about to be crazy.
Valid. For those who want to get an idea of the kind of style of execution, I can't give you that much. That you can go check out covers
Yes.
the previous season.
Black
on
Script
YouTube,
Productions.
Black Script Production. Get an idea of
covers.
what kind of juice you talking about.
Covers.
Because liquid.
Because cover, and the thing about covers is completely left field,
Right.
like totally left field.
I think the
from this one,
the quality of presentation.
Yes,
you'll see what they're talking about. Yeah,
I'm excited.
No, me too. I'm excited to see what my brother.
I can't wait to invite y'all to the premiere, man.
Hey, it's gonna be different. Okay, the premiere.
No facts.
No valid. Daniel, how was yesterday?
Yesterday I did the show. Yesterday I made people mad. Yesterday was a good day.
Yesterday was a good day. No facts.
You know, I am currently on uncle duty for a couple weeks, so I'm doing that. Mickey Mouse in the background.
It's all right. It's all right.
Making it happen.
Zayma beloved, how was your yesterday?
Yesterday was great. Like I told you, while I'm working on an album, I got my next production. The beat is ready. I love it. It's amazing. So I am excited about being in the studio next week to record that.
Let's go.
It's always touch and go when you're asking a producer to create something for you.
Yeah, valid.
I'll write a song with no music,
Mhm.
and then I submit it to the producer, and then I'm like, oh God, please let him get it right. Please let him get it right. Please let him get it right. And got it right.
No,
Word. That's sweet.
That's good. That's exciting.
My yesterday.
Yes.
How was your yesterday?
Yesterday was. Yesterday
I
was
don't remember.
Tuesday.
Yes.
I woke up in the morning. I woke up. Yesterday morning was rough. Let me just go ahead and talk about it. I worked overnight and I planned on getting rest.
Yeah.
But three descendants later, offspring, just I'm snitching on myself. Y'all call the police if y'all want to, okay? My one kid was on me. Then she was gone behind the couch. Like, where did you go? How did you get down here? Okay. Son was jumping on me. We got smacked in the face with a tablet. And I was just like, I just can't take this, Lord, anymore. I just can't take this pressure. But outside of that, it was good. We got it together. Took care of some church business. He had Bible study. That was good. And it was cool overall. I think that was the gist of it. Oh, we went to to Lockport to eat this food that my wife loves so much.
Was it
Lockport to eat this food.
It was okay.
Okay.
Now, okay, this is wife. If you're watching, just know that I love you.
Oh, boy,
Okay.
here we go.
The location is decent. It's like ballpark food. It just
Okay.
reminds me of cafeteria. And it's not bad, but when the cafeteria busting on a good day,
Yeah.
hot dogs is good, burgers
Facts.
good, fish is
That
good.
Friday food.
That Friday, boom, we good. It's not bad, but
Don't know if you pay your money to.
I'll pay it because it's inexpensive. It's inexpensive, so it does its due diligence.
Got
I'm always down.
But when you ask me about the goodness of a thing, I'm Gordon Ramsay. I'm trying to taste the what my wife said, the squirrel eggs, and it's not real like the calf. Give me some confit potatoes or some. Because I'm a little
with the terms.
okay.
Right.
I'm
You've been watching the TV.
Okay.
You've been watching
Gordon.
Only eat Wagyu beef out here, okay? Stop playing with them.
Because I'm trying to eat for the experience. Okay,
Everything halal. Come on, give it to me. Everything.
Don't judge me, because
I'm not-
I ain't mad about
I
that
watched the
though.
show. I've been watching Master Chef.
Yeah.
It's the same clips, but different arrangements. But it's the same thing. Like, I can do this. So then I get to work and get in trouble because I'd be in the kitchen
chefing.
made me a flan burger yesterday. I make good leftover do-over. Like taking some old stuff and just flip.
There's a TV show for you.
Yeah,
Listen,
it is.
and flip it into something.
It's called leftovers.
Valid.
That's a good
Okay,
TV
now.
show.
Okay.
That's a
Valid.
good TV show. I was
Valid. If they don't have it, we have Frank Hanley TV.
Listen.
Fire TV. Fire. It'd be Fire TV 716 situation. But listen, that was my yesterday. So listen, when we get back, we're gonna get into some more conversation. And just shout out to Jess. Keep her lifted in her prayer vacation. Ain't nothing wrong. She's
Enjoying
just on
herself.
vacation. Listen, make sure you guys make your calendar available for June 3rd, the third annual Community Day of Prayer is taking place at Gill Creek from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. That is vendors, bounce houses, guest speakers, more. I'll be there as well. So make sure you tune in. For more information, please contact Akira AG. Number not there, but look her up online. It's going down. Fire 716. We'll get back to more content and more conversation right here on Fire 716. Big Frank in the morning.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and make sure you download the Fire 716 app. See you then.
I got a rap from the gut.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am John Smoke.
This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully.
And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music, news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
My son, we here. This the question that we have for years. Will Allah reappear? We have to look through space when Christ is very clear. I got to every tear. Be starving baby care. I gives the effort in all seas. The species scared. Universal law is the loving ways of all. Rolling with the sun, I'm heating from this life to run from fall. In love it all, travel worlds, find out angels and falls. I'm saying God answered the dangerous call. I'm saying I don't have to own the rock, the ball, free haul. The long haul of work, we know it's earth spinning through halls. I'm saying,
What you saying, bro?
angels keep their thought intact. A love and destiny, black hope that reach a honking track. Insert these letters to equate just like a mathemat. Infinite zero equation might be to add the facts.
Hey, my brother. Yeah, alright, my nigga. Hey, my brother. Yeah, alright, my nigga.
3 G's in my Dutch, look like she spin a bus. Wow. I run a company, you niggas run amok. We ain't think the M would sell as much. What? Until they got with me before I got with them. The process was difficult, so when it goes, I might make a toast for days it didn't move. Shit was slow, it got expensive since you didn't know. Even I had to learn in ways I wish you won't. Crime pays, way to right your wrong. Around my way, nobody wrong. Straight hit everything, but the body owned. Few hoes by the window, hope nobody's home.
It's Ricky. If you bleed like I bleed, then I just can't feel you. It's a fucking epidemic now. This shit right near you. Damn, you out of love for me, bitch. I did. I turn you into merch. Niggas just might wear you. Niggas talking about the money. Shit, it's all minute to me. 100,000 is the downright truth for me. My bitch bad as a toddler, and she love me for what I used to be. She always saying that it's true for me. Pull up on my block when it's true for free. I throw you one, but you never go owe me one. We a different breed. I fill my backy up with different weed. I got different needs. Now I'm excelling on you at different speeds.
Hey, my brother. Yeah, alright, my nigga. My brother.
Yeah, I get my daily dosage of ginkgo and bacopa for mental clarity. I'm juggling my wants and my needs. Peep this.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. Locked in with me, my homegirl D Money Mac, Zaima Beloved, Kev on air, and Beloved. I'm gonna do it right. Kev on air and Daniel the Dark Knight, the provider. We're getting ready to get into the question of the day. We're not playing no games on today. And the question of today is
how do you navigate jealousy and insecurity without pushing your partner away?
That's a good question.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
How do you like a preacher
I don't think I've learned
navigate you said jealousy and what else?
Insecurity.
And insecurity.
Work in progress. So because we on the same page. Work in progress for sure. I will say this: what I have learned as far as dealing with any kind of jealousy or insecurity is really trying to communicate like, hey, and trying to understand too what is making me feel insecure about a certain situation. If it's another girl, then what is the real situation? Because I'm not feeling insecure like this person looks better than me or whatever, but maybe it's that they have access to the person in a way that I don't, or I haven't. I think that's more of like breaking it down, what actually is causing the insecurity, what's actually causing the jealousy and stuff like that. Now, this isn't to say that I haven't acted completely wild.
F-word wild. Okay.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just it's communication. It's communication,
100%.
For sure.
See, we all say communication. I mean, communication is the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the communication and the conversation is what bring up the fact of people being upset, people being mad. And now, like before, I know you was mad and upset, or you ain't know I was mad and upset until we start talking about it. And now all my feelings is coming out. You know what I mean? And I was like, you be talking to that girl, I don't like that girl. I'm like, girl, I didn't even know you ain't like her.
I wasn't even aware. And then also, I feel like sometimes it's hard. Communication is the key, as we all agree.
Right.
But sometimes
it's hard to communicate.
It's hard to communicate because with the filter of jealousy and the filter of insecurity, you'll hear stuff that's not the point.
Fact. Y'all hear what y'all want to hear.
And I'll say that because valid. If I say to you, "Oh, there was a shooting at work, and Keisha has to be behind me, like I was gonna protect her or something crazy," but like I'm glad we didn't die.
We didn't die.
Who is Keisha? She's not irrelevant. My life is on the line.
I almost got shot.
Why did she hide behind you?
I almost got shot.
To that example. Why does Keisha feel so comfortable standing behind you?
Because I'm a big black man. Same reason why the white people do.
I'm a big ability to just overlook the fact that you almost died. It's like, who saved you?
Right. Like, wait.
I've been at a shootout. She was like, Frank, hide me. No.
Right.
I got 3 bullets for myself. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You are on your own. I'm moving.
No. But she just was in the behind me at the time.
Like over the years, I read a lot of books and on relationships, and because I don't have one, and it's really I think what will work for me, and I haven't quite found it yet, but a couple bubble, which is from this. It's a concept by the psychologist. The book is called Wired for Love, and it talks about everybody has a different attachment style, and we all connect in a different way based on our childhood attachments with our parents. And basically, like for someone like me, I need a couple bubble. A couple bubble is when I make you and you make me the first priority, and our relationship is a priority in a relationship, and nothing is more important than that. And because of that, like you have to be in tune with me, I have to be in tune with you. And so if there's jealousy, we already have an agreement where I can tell you that makes me feel uncomfortable, and I can express those feelings, and I know that I can trust you to accommodate my feelings about it. A couple bubble.
I feel like my wife wanted that, but then because not saying that if you ask her, I've done I let a lot of stuff go. But at the same time, some things that I, as a man, I had to work on because some stuff I was like, well, it doesn't make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I like doing this and doing that. And, maybe you might not necessarily like me going here or going there, but if I like doing those things, we gotta
compromise.
But that's what I'm saying. At first it was I just will stop doing it because you don't like it. But now I'm in the house and I'm not doing nothing, and now I'm just like I want to be doing stuff.
Facts.
But I'm just giving all this time so then you can jump up and go and do whatever you want. But like I want to do other things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So then, now we at a point where it's like, okay, well, now I want to do this, that, and the third, whatever. About your feelings, you're going to have them.
You're going to have them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you talking. I hear you. And I think that the couple bubble is a great idea. And I think it's something that can be efficient because my life is different. And I say this only because I'm Frank. Okay, I am somebody. No. But when I say that, but it's just like no, because what I do involves people, and it involves a diversity of people,
right?
From entertainment to the ministry to these things, and what I had to learn is like, okay, these people. Like one time, well, I'm snitching. At the altar, doing what altar workers do. You got a new person working altar. They just look close. I was like, who this lady out close to you? Like, I don't know. Because I'm not on alert like that either.
Right.
Right. We don't see the sign.
Dudes not like
we
that.
Not just like, oh,
we
she's
just
right
not.
there.
Y'all say y'all don't see the signs, but when it's the reverse, y'all see it before it even happens sometimes.
It's just like how women see it, but we don't see it because you know how women are. I know how dudes is.
Right.
So I know when a dude is I can feel his temperature rise as he walking through the joint. You know what I mean? I can feel it. I'll be like, oh,
facts.
I see what he about to do. It's just that as a dude, I'll let you do it because I want to see you fail. So I'm like, I see it happening. Go ahead, bro. Let's see what you got. You know what I mean?
Give it your best shot.
Swing all you want to swing. You know what I'm saying? Let it die. Like my wife, she hate females.
Period.
Okay. Right? She don't trust females. Ain't never trusts females. But I deal with a lot of females. Rather, like even when I tell you it run from even females that like is like my family, sisters, and them like Jess and them like. At first, she do not. All right. Not a little bit. She don't even like the females at work. She don't even know them. All right. She don't like the females at work. She don't even know them. She got a reason, but that's only one female. Like you can't hold that on everybody's head. You know what I mean?
She ruined it for everybody.
Regardless, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be like, but at the same time, babe, you gotta have to get over it because women are the opposite people that are on earth. So it's more of them than it is of me. So I'm going to run into females more than I am dudes. I can't wait. You can't wait at the cash register till the dude is open. What you doing, bro?
Facts.
Nah, I'm waiting for him.
My man. What? It's a line open, right? Yeah, I don't want no problems, bro.
And then I'm so loyal. I'll do it. She don't gotta be around, and I'll be doing it. I'll be like, nah, bro, I can't talk to her. I'm like, why? My wife don't like that.
Oh, that's great training.
My wife
ooh, there go that word.
There go that
word.
Training.
Nah, it ain't us.
Conditioning.
But that word.
Once again, it was never a problem for the men. It was for them. She's feeling that right now. Okay, talk to me. Talk to me.
But no, valid. So
let it happen.
So I think that's
good.
Communication is key. I think the couple bubble.
I think it's a great concept.
It's a great concept.
It's a great concept to build on. That's a nice foundation to have.
But one thing you got to have is the commitment in the bubble. Because if you're not commit,
right?
Because I won't say you to leave.
I need you to know that this love is.
I just realized I was smacking my gum so hard. So I'm sorry to anybody that just hears me. I think that it is hard for someone to not have insecurities or jealousy when you've had experiences in past relationships that's broken your trust. and taking it to that level where the person literally has like gaslighted you or treated you a certain kind of way. And it makes it harder for future relationships. So especially if somebody goes through that back to back to back, yeah, you're always going to be insecure and jealous. Like no matter how secure this person tries to make you feel, no matter if they're 1,000,000% committed, it's just that you've experienced so much that it's hard to deal with.
And that's continue.
No, go ahead.
And I think that's challenging because the only way to trust is to trust, number one. And I get it, and I get the trauma in those things, but then as somebody who's falling in love with you and trying to pursue you, it can potentially become draining. Yeah. As I find myself working to convince you more and push myself and go above and beyond, trying to show you that I'm different, and that can just be that can become a drain. So I think finding that balance of, and again, it goes back to communication. Like, no, listen, these are the experiences that I've had. This is really why I second guess. It's not that I just don't trust you. The scenarios presented before me has just been earth shattering, mind altering, body shaping.
That's all of that. Like I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, for me, I'm like, I know when I'm ready to date, when I'm not ready to date. Like I need time, because if not, like I'm going to be suspicious, of different things.
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious about
it. So that's how I feel about it. But then at the same time, there are people out in the world who will see your happiness and see you with your partner, whether it be online or in person, and they want that. They don't care what it is. They just want what you have, and they are willing. There are people who are willing to like go that extra mile to specifically try to ruin that for you. You know what I mean?
I always say is like let's say it's a marriage, for example. Like you said I do to me, and I said I do to you, and nobody else made those I do. So I can't hold anybody else responsible or anybody else accountable. Like we're accountable to each other. So like no matter how strong another man's game is, no matter how good he looks, or a woman, whatever the case may be, it's like we have that relationship between each other, and we should be able to be so open and honest with each other that person basically loses all of their power. Yeah. Ideally speaking.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna put some information out there because I have been on both sides. Like I have been a person who has been jealous or insecure about situations for sure.
Same.
But then I've also been on the other end where how do I put this? Where I can I see it happening, and I'm just like, bruh, I don't want this person. You know what I'm saying? But like, so
maybe it's because you've grown.
Well, I'll explain it.
Yeah, tell it.
So,
however,
it's a little different. So it's like I can understand why the girl will feel the way that she felt. It was a very complicated situation. I'll put it that way. Because why? Because exes like to do things that are really crazy. So that's the people that I've dated. So in this situation, me and the ex, like they don't even live in the same state. Like, they live states away, and they were talking to me. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad. Don't judge me. They were talking to me. We had like a close whatever. I was really over the situation that I was in. The person just wouldn't leave. I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm gonna just talk to whoever. And so, we were just kind of like each other's person. You know what I mean? But he was with somebody and all this other stuff, and then found out she was pregnant and all this other stuff. Which is a crazy situation because we had already went through something like that before. I'm not even joking. Like a whole.
My Lord.
You need to choose right. Okay. Don't choose how I've chosen. Okay. Don't make the decisions I've made. But even with talking to this person, like at one point I went to go back and like visit some other friends and stuff like that for New Year's, but my friends and his friends, like we kind of have a similar friends group. And I had found out through his friend that when I came there for New Year's to visit, that the guy, his girlfriend was like crying, like arguing with him, like, don't go out. I know you're gonna go see her because she's here and all this stuff. Like, I mean, like to the 10th power. And we ended up going out and all this other stuff. And I was like, I don't want to be with this person. I don't like him like that. Like, it was over with. The feelings I had, they were done. They were done with. But like, it was just the fact that she was just so, like, she was so hurt and so upset, and it made me feel bad because it's like, dang, like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even like be around the friends that we have, you know what I'm saying, or go to the same place, or maybe I should voice it more because I feel bad. But yeah, there was more to it. That's the good part. The bad part is that person is exactly who they are. And so they made a move anyways and got shut down.
Wow.
And it was just like, why would you do that? Yeah.
Dang.
Tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Messing up friendships.
You know, Deontay got the tea. She got the sauce. Okay, go. I feel like that story deserves a TikTok story. Like, you need to go ahead and
Story
make
time.
Story.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the girl in me, okay. Ooh, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to
now.
sound so like a crappy person. But I promise you,
No
I've
judgment.
changed.
No judgment.
Because me and that guy, like, we had already went through so much. This was a guy, I've said this on the radio before, but this is the person that I lost my virginity to. And like, we already like went through so much where I just put up with anything. I mean, when I say anything, I mean literally anything. And so like, we weren't together or nothing like that, but we were talking, and like, he made it seem like he was really like wanting to make things work, and we were gonna try things out for the 1 millionth time. And then that's when like, he was like the next day, like, oh yeah, like, I'm about to have a mixed baby. I'm not joking. That's exactly what he said.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
No, I'm about to have a mixed
surprise. Yeah. And so
Gotta stop messing with
even
these
then,
people
I was
having
just
mixed
like we weren't, like, we
We're
were still
like,
talking.
we're gonna raise that baby, all of us.
You know,
all three of us together.
Yeah. It was kind of getting to that situation.
Yo,
Yeah, it was basically about to get to that kind of situation. Like,
How
I
ironic.
kept talking to him. Like, I kept talking to him and all this other stuff. And then
Dang.
her friend texted me and was like, oh my gosh. She's like, you're a POS for still talking to him, and you know that his girlfriend's pregnant and blah blah blah.
Well,
like,
you and his
they got,
girlfriend.
so he was with this girl.
Oh,
That's why I said I made some mistakes.
okay.
Okay. And so like, I was still talking to him, but it was like, I know him longer than her. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you just gave it a picture, girl. Like, I've been dealing with this for some years now. You know what I mean? So, and so the friend texted me and was like saying all this stuff to me, like, oh, you know, she's pregnant and blah, blah, blah. What kind of woman are you? Whatever. So we were going back and forth, me and the friend, and I just shut that down. And then I called him. I was like, you better tell them, because this is, again, situations I've already dealt with him. Like, you need to tell these people to leave me alone. So they left me alone for a while.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Can I ask you a
And
question?
Ooh,
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You couldn't look inside his eyes and see secrets?
So here's the
You
thing.
You didn't intuitively feel that.
I knew that this person was not a good person for me. I knew this back in 2014 when I first met this person, because we already had a situation. We met on Plenty of Fish, the dating site, in 2014. I was going to college, and he showed up for the first time we ever met. He just got off of work. He was working at Burger King. And I should have knew the red flags when he was eating that damn hamburger and mustard was just here and he just left it. I should have knew this.
Yo, not he left the
That was a yellow flag for sure.
Yeah, but even after that, it was just like, you know, like we had a lot of chemistry, and like I really enjoyed this person and all this stuff. And then it was like a month later, his other girlfriend was pregnant. So that's what, like, this is like a situation that happened once. Yeah. And then I just decided to stay. And
I'm telling you, man, you get
cool.
you an usher, man. I'm telling y'all,
I'm telling
y'all
you,
love life
like,
is
I've
insane.
really witnessed situations
Valid.
Yeah.
For those who are listening or watching online, feel free to chime in your words of wisdom or a story that you may have to tell about jealousy. You know, I ain't hold you. Jealousy, because there's the man version of this.
Facts.
And you're liable to become unconscious. Just
I'm not to laugh.
so
It was literally the thought that
I
I
would
Yeah.
become unconscious. Which person?
Everybody
The
got
violator.
everybody
So
get it.
so I'm snitching. Okay, I'm telling a story. Wife, I hope you're sleeping. So I had got my wife's laptop.
Oh boy.
Yeah, tell the story. I opened it up,
And
and
D'Angelo,
there was
no shirt
a
on.
dialogue between in the messenger. And I said, "There's no reason. What is this communication for?" Long story short, it wasn't her profile at all. It was somebody else's.
Oh my god.
But the sequence of thoughts
Facts. That happened
that was getting ready to trigger a
on
thing.
the pop up.
I was getting ready to get my Ron Isley up the stairs.
What the hell?
Going on? Maybe it is my. No. So Val, it was.
Suspicion is really the problem.
He was pulling the
It was
cane
something.
already.
Yeah.
He wasn't
It was-
about
it
to.
was-
He
It
already
was just
had
something I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Nah.
This what we doing?
What are we doing?
I guess.
So
I
is
said,
that okay?
I don't know. I
What?
don't have these
Do we think it's okay to check our mates'
Me,
digital
Okay.
apparatuses?
I don't think he was checking.
No.
You just picked up
I
his
was checking
laptop.
out-
because he was
I
doing
was using her
something.
laptop to put for the kids. And I just hadn't opened it. It was there, but
Oh, okay.
it wasn't like I was snooping. Let me tell that story. I'm not taking for her. I'm not looking. Let me find me a discrepancy for my heart to be broken. No, I just
No,
no. But what it was just something that just never happened between us. We were just like there's dialogue. For what? And I have no beef with her communicating with me at all. I don't have that conflict.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, she has the best friend that's we cool. In my presence, I'm a key. If in my presence, I can rock with you, light conversation, because our life is different. Our assignments, what we do, step drilling, fashion child, they out there. But no, it was just that this could be. Now I've thrown some people down the stairs before. I've yeah, absolutely. I don't condone violence. I don't promote it, but I've. I'm gonna tell my story.
Don't leave me out here.
Not one of many.
I was talking to this young lady, and we was cool and it was decent. It was what it was. I mean, she did hair, and I decided one day to just pop up. We wasn't driving. I'm a walker. Yeah, I mean, I walk from one side of town to the other side of town. Boom, I'm here. I mean, ain't no text. I'm here. I walk in the house. Mom, oh, come here, maybe I'm here. Walk in the room. So it's her best friend, and his man. And allegedly, she braiding hair. Allegedly. No. Your pants, come on, because it's triggers to this. I walked away on that day. All right, this is dumb. I'm too great. Then one day, now my cousin was talking to the friend. So we trooping yet again across town. And so he goes to his friend, and she happened to be there. Yeah, and this is my ground.
Yeah.
And what happens is we begin to dialogue and conversation. And long story short, she went down the stairs. And I don't know exactly. It's not a long set of stairs. It's like 2 or 3, but still, it just got out of control. Like she was like, "Oh my God, I just love you so much. Get off me!" And this little stare. No, get out of here. Yeah. Here we go. We got a caller.
5716 was good with you.
Hey, good morning, Big Frank and crew. How you all doing?
You still working, right?
Yep.
What's going on? We
Can you hear me?
great. Yep.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. We here. Oh, you can't hear us.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning again. I just wanted to tune in real quick. First of all, I want to send a shout out to the guest here, Zaima. Good to hear you online again. The thing with jealousy, if I can just comment, I think a lot of times we're made to feel insecure. It's like a deflection.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that if you listen to one another and we allay some of those concerns and fears, I've just seen a lot of deflection in relationships where women they feel shame to come forward to express themselves because we're going to say, you're insecure, or vice versa. So And I think that we have to do a better job in just affirming one another. Now, there's certain cases where people just have jealous natures, but there's many cases where we're communicating, and if I allow you the room to express yourself freely as a couple bubble, then many of those things and jealousies, you could nip in the bud, because you would have affirmed through your communication. So I think a lot of it is natural, but I think what happens is we're made to feel foolish when we have a feeling. And we just kind of pass it off, well, you're insecure, and we're shamed.
Yeah.
And this happens on both sides. As men, we have an ego too. We have our jealousy.
Valid.
And women are quick to say, hey, listen, you're insecure. But, let's address it. Let's talk about this within this couple bubble, and
no, for sure.
Keep it small, So I just wanted to weigh in. I'm enjoying the show, and I thank you all.
Carl, what's your name?
This is T.D. Element from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, appreciate you, Carl. Thank you. Absolutely appreciate you. No, and that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah,
that's valid because
super loud.
I think that when you talk about, he brought up a valid point that in communication, that my expression of what makes me insecure or makes me feel some type of way, hear me, and don't demonize me, don't use it against me. Boy, you just tripping. Boy, you just I said what I said.
Facts.
I don't like when because this draws this, and that makes me feel the type of way. So it's like how you find your balance.
Here's the thing. So another story.
I know what's coming. I thought that
story time.
Can I tell that story really quickly and respond to him? Like, I think that's what the couple bubble, or if we stop using that word and just say, like, when you're first and when I'm first, and the relationship is first, when the relationship is a priority, then there should be no casting aside of anybody's feelings. If you're the most important, and if I'm the most important, and if our relationship is the most important, then there shouldn't be any casting aside of feelings.
No, that's valid.
The way to resolve it.
No, good stuff.
I agree. So for me, when I was with my ex-fiance, there was this girl. Because I still can't stand her to this day. And honestly, it's just because, like, I didn't like the way that she disrespected me. I felt very disrespected. But so when me and my ex-fiance were together, and he didn't have no friends, like, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have friends or whatever. And she lived next door. She was mad cool with my brother. Like, they were friends. My brother's like, no, she's not like that. Blah, 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 blah. Bull, but okay. And so my ex-fiance and this girl started hanging out. Like, they would just hang out on the porch, smoke and talk and just chill. Like, that was really the extent of it. But what I didn't like was when I was there, she would never come over. Like, she wasn't coming over and be like, hey, did you want to hang out? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just with my brother or with my ex-fiance. And then her and my ex-fiance, like, they talk the same. That really made me uncomfortable. I know that sounds weird, but like,
they use the same language.
Like, the way that they spoke, like, was very similar, because he talked a certain kind of way, like, in the way that they like they both
accent,
slang. It would be like as if somebody
just in his diction.
Spend time with somebody.
Like his diction and like the way, like the words he used, and then just like his tone of voice. Like, it was very creepy because it was the same. Like, they really spoke the same,
as if they were spending time together. And
and I was just like, and then I remember one day, me and my friends pulled up in the driveway, and I was
pull up.
They were just sitting there on the porch talking and stuff like that. And my friends was like, "Who's this girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is the girl I told y'all. She been coming over here to hang out with him and stuff like that." And it just, I don't know, it just didn't settle right.
No, valid.
See, but that sounds weird though. You know, you can't just be coming over.
Yeah, that's
like that's like some dude coming over to my house all the time to hang out with my wife at my house. Like, that's weird.
It's
like,
weird.
Don't let me come home.
And then even like,
I think you
that's
were
what we doing
that way, because like, as a woman, she should just know.
You should admit that.
And I would think that she would, because there was one time I didn't cuss her out, but I was just like, that's like weird. The one time she came over and I was there, and she was like, "Oh yeah, is so and so here?" I'm like, why? Like, why are you like? Oh, I was just seeing if you wanted to hang out and all this stuff. And I'm just thinking about, you don't want to hang out with me? Like, you don't want to hang out with me and him?
Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club?
So I just still with him? Yeah, but he was just we were on the fritz. It was about to end. And like, this is the same person that wouldn't leave also. He was a little crazy. He had a lot of jealousy problems, but I also think like there was just a lot going on in my life at that time.
Be like that.
So the second part that I was going to say to that was, at the same time, I also believe I have crazy stories, y'all.
We're going to have a.
I'm hearing that.
I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. The same time, same person had a jealousy issue with me hanging out with my friends, I would, go hang out, and he would get upset or he wanted to be there all the time, and it's like my friends don't always want you there. Like it ain't no offense to you, but like my friends don't always want you there. Sometimes we want to talk about private female things. And
the one time women that he didn't want you hanging out with.
Yeah, it was just girls. Like it was no her brother and all of them. Like they would come over from time to time, but like there was times where it was just the females. Like you know what I'm saying. And so the one day, I'm like going over there, and I already knew he like was feeling some type of way. And I was like, don't worry about it. Like it's no big deal. I'll be back. And all this other stuff. Well, I didn't come back till later. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, don't do
I
that.
had communicated that I was just with my friends. Like it was just like I literally was just drinking with my friends. Like we was just hanging out, and she only lived down the street around the corner, basically.
You could have came and found me.
I come back and he locked all the doors, locked me out of the house. Like I was throwing rocks up at the window and all this stuff. Like I was like locked out. I'm drunk. All this stuff. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, a good partner.
I think that'd be something I would do, Petty.
I'll be petty. I ain't gonna let you stay out there that long, but I'm gonna definitely lock. If you tell me I'll be back at 12 and it's 2:00.
Well, you know the key is also
facts.
Still.
Question for the table.
Yeah.
So like she was talking about something which was interesting, in that they were basically on bad terms, and I want to know if you're on bad terms in a relationship, does the relationship obligation cease, or do you still have the same responsibility to that person, the same respect, responsibility, the same responsibility?
You do.
Yeah.
You do, but it kind of fades. It kind of like not fades away, but it kind of gets watered down some.
So
I would say that you do. It's just we both have to have understanding that we both are unhappy with each other right now.
Valid.
So at a point we do need space to a degree, but we still have our responsibilities. Like the kids are still a responsibility, the house is still a responsibility. Even if we ain't really talking right now, we need to be communicating about all the things that we got that's between us.
No.
Because I am known to go to work. Okay. I'll be at work like, you know what, babe, I'm going to work.
No, so I think if you are on bad terms, communication is key, because bad terms does not give you a license
to do
whatever you want.
Right. Now, if you want to go ahead and separate, go ahead and get you a 2-door car and get you a kid and a half.
Get your Mustang,
and let's call it. And if we, granted, what happens when you're gone, because I don't have the energy, to push for recovery and deal with you talking to other people while I'm still trying to fight for your love. Right. It is not solidified.
I am not Drake.
It's different. You know what? Are we taking a break?
I got it.
What's the rules of these break? What we doing? Because
facts.
Like I said, I'm not.
If
Drake.
you're not willing to anymore, valid.
Facts.
Okay. Somebody
will.
Facts. That sounds kind of crazy, calculate. Why would you say it like that? No. If you want to be fought for, I'll fight for you. And I'll fight for this. And I'll do whatever it takes for us to get where we have to go.
Facts.
I'll get it. We need space and time. But don't you dare. Let me get an attitude.
Get there.
Look at the camera.
Right. Don't you dare take a break from me and entertain somebody else. Valid. To fill a spot that I could have or that we're working on to fix. Because now what you've done is cause a ripple in that situation. No, you didn't. And don't lie to me talking about you need I need this time by myself. Valid.
So self
time for people.
No entanglements over
Right.
No
like,
facts.
Because then that's a whole nother situation you about to bring into the fold.
Right.
And we're not doing brother wives, husbands, sister wives, cousins. We're not doing the collaboration. We're just not. And as much as I love my girl Zaima beloved, I'm not trying to pull on the three. That's not my prerogative.
We not raising all these kids together.
But if we have to realize that we're not working out and we are on bad terms, and you've decided that you don't want to fix this and that we're at a conclusion, let's cut this off.
Wrap it up,
and let's go ahead and separate. And if we know that we're going to be done, is that you got to? You just told me it got to be a year departed before divorce or something crazy.
Well, and like if you just got married. It has to be like you got to be
at least
like
a year. Got you. That's what you're saying. But we're done. We're at a conclusion. Okay, God, this didn't work for us, Lord Jesus. Father, what's shit? Okay.
What's next?
What's next? I still want to honor my commitment to her. Number one. Number two, to death do the part. So somebody got to die. Like death keep popping up in my conversation. Like death has to come. Maybe it's a spiritual death.
I'm got to kill her. I don't know when. I got to kill her.
Somebody got to go.
I ain't no killer. Don't question. But no. So I'm right with you, big dog. 100%. Because if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And I presented this situation. I was like, listen, I'm not taking you on a date. I'm not spending time with you for you to go back to him. Because I'll be, you feel me? Like it's not happening. I'm not coming here to pay your bills while this one is
your house.
No, I'm not keeping that nigga warm. Like, no, stop playing with me. And I'm not buttering you up for you to go butter up with him. Like, stop. So no. If that's what we doing, that's how we
the
moving.
other way around. That's how you say.
Facts. If like
I'm cool with
if we gonna separate to work on self, we legit have to work on self.
And by ourselves.
I was legit. Me and my wife, I presented separation to my wife, and she wasn't with it, but she did it. And I was distracted. I got distracted, and we're 2 years later.
Right.
And we are still together. But we are still technically separated. But I'm working towards a place. And right now that's the momentum that it is. You know what I'm saying? And my attitude is I'm here. So if you're not going to acknowledge me in my here now, you get what I'm saying, then don't wait until you comfortable with me, you get what I'm saying, or comfortable with what you see from me to then want to give me that energy that I've been trying to give you. Because it's already too late now.
Can I just say this also?
That's a fact.
Friend jealousy. Like, have you ever had a friend be jealous of your relationship?
Nah.
I only
so
real niggas.
so for me,
male or female,
so I've never had a friend be jealous of me, but I have a problem with a friend that she has, because granted, I've never seen anything foul, but there has been some like questionable things. It's like, wait, nah, we're not doing that.
Right.
Don't ever disrespect me again. And pretty much he keep going to jail for the same stuff. And it's just like, you gonna keep entertaining this stupidity? Like, you gonna keep taking the phone calls and connecting phone calls and doing his bidding for him? No.
Oh, that's
you're not. I'm not.
That's
no.
That'd be an issue for me, because
sounds like
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not his woman.
That's a problem.
So for you to be jumping through all these hoops for him, and then it's
right.
I'm not the only one. Okay, so let them do that.
Right.
I don't care about. I get your friendship.
I don't want to hear that best friend.
Facts.
Hear that.
Not whatsoever.
I don't want to hear this.
Oh yeah, we do. We need a couple. We need a couple things. No, listen. Listen. We going into some places, but we gotta start. Yeah. Oh, I know it's not. Yeah.
I would.
But you know, we talk about this word jealousy, and it's not that I'm jealous, because that's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, got you.
It's a violation. I feel like
it is.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
difference between that
okay
and
with
facts,
you
know
having
what I'm
this
saying?
friend.
Yes.
But if y'all gonna sit up on the phone, I'm cool with that. But not while he's in jail. Sit up on the phone talking about, yo, Eb, I just started a business. Yo, Eb, I just bought some properties. Talk about something positive.
Not and this is
You
me,
get what I'm
this
saying?
and it's just me, not being his errand boy.
Come on.
Listen, you don't run for me.
No,
say
that.
You don't that. I feel
you don't do that much for me.
You don't run for
that.
How you gonna jog for him? Huh?
Won't go to the store to pick up some chicken wings. Nothing.
Yo,
you won't go up the street to go to the Burger King, but you about to go.
We about to
pay
go
it. You call it Time Warner.
And flip it.
Go
and
and get.
No, that's
no. You hold it on to his car.
I love you, wife.
Valid.
I do 100%. But
you good.
Yeah, no.
No, valid.
Absolutely.
I would say just as far as friend. Okay, last story.
All
the stories.
Yeah. So are you talking to me? Oh, okay.
Oh, you talking about?
So it's same person, my ex-fiance. I had a friend. Oh, I got to say this in a proper way without giving out too many details.
We out here now.
I had a friend who I didn't know until like way later how they felt about me, and I wasn't expecting that. Like this whole time, like he had this secret, super deep crush, love, whatever. But I didn't know that at the time, so I had introduced my fiance and my friend and stuff like that, and like they were connected because they were both guys, and you know, like I'm like, oh yeah, like this is a perfect person to show you around, like, and this person really took them under their wing and like made it seem like they really cared, but I feel like they were putting them purposely in situations to like make him try to slip up. And then not only that, like a whole situation happened where some stuff got stolen.
Yeah, you might write a movie.
Listen,
a blog or something.
You got to right.
Listen,
and this is just
where
where
Issa Rae at?
Only like these two stories, the story about him getting jealous, locking me out, and all that stuff. This is only like within 1 year.
You got a lot happening. Yeah.
Okay,
you got a story to tell.
Where's Insecure at, bro?
That guy. I'm pretty sure he set up my ex-fiance to be blamed for something getting stolen, to try to. I'm telling you, like the whole 9 yards. Wait, there's more. And I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't know this stuff. And then after the person left and all these different things, I would come around. We would go to different functions or whatever, and like I would try to just fit in with everybody. Like I'm hanging out with his guy friends or whatever. The friend, and he would like, nah, get away from her, get away, don't stand next to Diaja, like, no, like, you know, like, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, why are you acting like that? Whole time, like he wants you. Deep,
I want you.
Right.
Crazy, yeah, it was really crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
But
it was never gonna happen.
Listen, there's so much impacting on this morning show here. Okay, make sure you guys stay tapped into it. We got more content coming for you. The City of Niagara Falls Community Cleanup Day is going down this Saturday, May 6th at 12 p.m. They'll be at Tennessee Avenue and 20th Street. If you want to be a part of that, you can speak to Miss Arlene M. Jackson Dawes. Yeah, so that's going down. Song coming up, it's called Lower Chakras as well. You'll hear that before we get back because that joint is fire. It's going down, Fire 716, Big Frank in the morning. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am Don Smokes.
This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully.
And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music, news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
It's killing us.
TQ. I am. The Queen I Am with Felicia Gaddis. Her story, her experience, her wisdom. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. at Fire 716 Radio. TQ I Am inspires, uplift, and transform. Tune in every Friday at 1 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
What's
up, everybody? It's Kier here, Inject Faith Hope Club. I am so excited to announce that you can now catch me right here on Fire 716 Radio each and every Monday for Inject Mondays at 7 p.m. So go ahead and download the app and rock out with your girl. Again, that's each and every Monday at 7 p.m. Tune in and have a good time with us.
Eyes, baby. If you got other plans, just be honest. Stand up and be a man. Don't forget your promise. What's up with you? You okay? You say you cool, and you look away. Something's wrong with you. You look prepared. So why you sweating? It's like your eyes and see secrets. Looking down and see secrets. Can't put it down. Shut me down. See, I've never got you. Look inside your eyes and see secrets. Down and see secrets. Can't put it down. Shut me down. See, I've never got you. That information that I have is metaphysical. I don't need no proof, and I don't need no visual. I trust my gut, I hear it loud and clear. You say that's not enough, I say it is my dear, it is my dear. I walk barefoot on the soil. The ground whispered to me to be loyal. The birds chirp and saying you're slicker than oil. My intuition is that you told you to. You can't hide. No, you can't hide of me. True inside your eyes. Now you can't hide of me. No, you can't lie to me. I feel. I followed you today. I saw you go to her house. I saw you stay 7 hours. And then I saw you leave. I saw her come to the door. Calling you, give you your tie. I saw her kiss you goodbye. And then I knocked on her door. She let me in. She told me everything. I saw you gave her the same book you gave me on her coffee table. I saw you gave her the same scarf too. That was one of my favorites. But I didn't know she was expecting your baby. I felt for her. So I told her, listen, you have nothing to worry about. We're gonna raise that baby. All of us. All 3 of us. Together. And I told her, hey, welcome to the family.
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. Good morning. This song just, the ending just does something to me. Like I just mentally can't comprehend such a person, but I get it. But I definitely want to.
Like I said, man, where was this before I got married? You know, this was before I got married. I mean, it was with who I'm with now, because she is not for it. But if she was the second one after that, I was like, probably different place.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. We enjoy. I violated. Mm-hmm. But I'm in love with you. But I stepped out.
Right.
That stepped out caused me to have a child. Now I'm trying to regain,
trying to win back
instead of her like dismissing. I don't think I can't take it.
I will say this.
No, not really. I've never been in this.
As a person who has been in a very much similar situation where the person literally, like I just told y'all earlier, had a baby and stuff. I don't recommend. I would say it takes a very strong person to stay with the person and to stay committed and all that stuff through a whole
Yeah.
entire baby, because it's not just that, but it's like the baby looks like the other person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you have to have that communication with them. And like, you know, for me in my situation, that girl didn't want me, she didn't even want me touching her baby, okay? But she didn't know that I was there all the time, so I was babysitting sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, you know, but how, if it was the reverse, I would be furious at everybody, like, you know. So it's just like it takes some serious maturity.
Bob is just surely. I got his baby.
I wouldn't expect for my wife to take me back after doing some files like that, because I mean,
my wife would kill me.
It's like,
well, he'll cut her.
Here we go.
I don't want to. Like, granted, I want my marriage, I want my, you know what I'm saying? I want the relationship to work, but if I mess up that bad, you get what I'm saying? I just feel like
that's not messing up.
You're
I made a
trusting
decision.
me. It's gonna be turmoil, but that's smoke that I would have to deal
Right.
with.
So,
So I wouldn't really whatever smoke came with it is just
I think usually the word that bad. How and y'all forgive me for those who are watching who want a spiritual answer. Number one, I think to violate like that and not produce a child is already crazy. But failure to pull, or failure to just not get out in time,
irresponsible,
or not cover up.
I said it's a decision.
Yeah,
I didn't mess up. I decided.
Right.
I decided.
Or you got locked in. You know.
Right.
You know, the watermelon pressures. But I feel like nobody talks about the responsibility though on that being a reverse role, where she steps out and she has it.
Nigga.
But no.
They have.
But now watch it, because we always want to talk about Jesus and the people. Okay, you want to talk about Jesus and the people because what happens is the Bible says, husbands, love your wives like Christ loved the church.
Right.
The church has been fickle. The
Foul.
church has been foul.
Cheating.
The church has violated.
Messy.
The church has went to other gods.
All
the
types of
church ain't
shit.
always been.
Nope.
Doing
Never.
due diligence.
Never has.
What's the story in the Bible, or the one that
All
that
of them. All of them.
he had to stay
All of them.
stay with her?
No, yeah.
And then she kept going.
He had,
outside.
The prophet who had to marry the harlot, she was a whore, and she was out there doing
whoredom,
and he had to remain.
He was showing them this how I am.
This is how I am.
life
This is what I
is.
deal with. And nobody talks about having to accept that kind of weight, that kind of burden.
Facts.
True. You know, even before your submission situation. But
You know what?
Never talk about
They
that.
don't talk about that.
I'll be honest. All right, then now, okay, I'm two Daniels here because the one will be very upset. I'd be super I'd be mad, crazy. She'll have to get away. Like I wouldn't even. But I'm the type of person that you don't gotta leave. You don't gotta get away from me. I need to get away from you because this is how mad I am. It got nothing to do with you. Right here, right now, I'm at a point. I'm a violate, so I gotta go.
Yeah,
I gotta go, and I'm still not gonna do nothing crazy, but I gotta go because I need space. Right. The other Daniel, who is holy all the time. Okay. Now, it will all depend. I'll still be mad, and I'll still have an issue.
Yeah.
All right. I'll still need to have a conversation, which I need to have a one-sided conversation for a while. So I'm gonna need like a good 30 minutes, but you just not talking because I need to let it out. You know what I mean? I want no excuses. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear what I didn't do, or I don't want to hear none of that. Okay. I need to pull out this gun and I need to empty this clip. Okay. That's what it be. That might be. You know what I'm saying? But after all of that, going back to what you said, you know what I mean? I know me myself, I could still be a husband in that because I've never had trust issues. Right? So I've never had the trust issues to hold me back from anything like that. And I've always told myself that no matter what happened to me, it's never going to stop how I love. I'm not going to change how I love people. I'm not going to change how I do things. You know what I mean? I may have my issues with you. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to change how I am. So don't get me wrong. I'll probably be strapping for a divorce for real. But as a guy, sit me down and be like, okay, damn. So you know what I'm saying? It will all come down to what we gonna do next.
I that's what. I'm going to tell you what my mind said. My mind was like, you know what? I'm going to. This is so petty. This is not proper. And my wife watching, please forgive me. If that was the occasion, I already have a problem because somebody else has been in my house.
Yeah.
And inside my walls.
Oh no! If you, she would have to go. She would have to go to somebody else's house. Right. She can't be.
Right? No, valid.
At my house. I done killed him already.
Okay. And now you get ready to produce another man's seed.
Yeah, no.
Now.
No, welcome to the family here.
No, not right away. Not immediately. Maybe down the line.
It's gonna take time.
Not even. Because I am married and I still need affection. I want to please the Lord. Y'all gonna forgive me for this, please.
Nah.
Yeah, you're going to be a pocket. Okay, because my emotional connection is gone.
So tell me about pocket.
Okay.
Okay. So a pocket P. A pocket P.
A pocket P is a device which is wall-like, that is portable, that you can use for self-satisfaction.
There you go.
Okay.
So what happens now is, because I'm not going to now go out here and get my whoredom ways on.
Right.
I'm going to honor my wife and have
honor my
access
relationship.
to this. So we now just have a non-emotional, just a
right.
physical. Now
right.
it's no longer emotional.
Right.
Until I can get up out of there and get into
something
what
else.
the Lord needs me to be for.
Right.
See,
and me, I can't do that. See, I can't be physical with you without emotions. And I had told her that when we first got together. I was like,
I ain't gonna say that.
I can get back to going to
I can't. Facts. I said, I'm talking about myself.
Boom,
Daniel the Dark Knight cannot. All right. I can't do it without the emotional attachment, because my body will not react to you, because I do not care. You know what I mean? Because when I was single, if you wasn't my girl, I could be like, oh, she bad and all that. But because I do not care about you at all. Exactly. Not today. You talk to them, niece. Let them know what I said, okay? I will treat you like a nobody, because we don't have nothing between us. We're not friends or nothing. You're a nobody. No matter how pretty she is, you are a nobody to me.
Man, I could definitely destroy nobody.
She will be mad because she will turn into a nobody.
That's terrible.
I think men and women have different natures, so it's just like we can't act like we're both the same people. Like, I don't expect a man to have that capacity, because the respect is a man.
Right. Plus, women they love hard, way harder than we love.
Yeah, and it's like we're able to. I'm not going to anticipate that, because I am not in a relationship, so I'm not trying to set myself up for failure.
Valid.
Lord, help me.
Let me not speak it on myself, Lord.
I'm not going to do that. And it wasn't my actual experience for me to act like I'm like an expert on it, where like, this is what I did. I've been through this.
Right.
It's living vicariously, and it's an idealistic ending, but I don't anticipate me having to experience that, and I don't want to act like I'm cool with it. I'm not going into something where it's like, that's okay. If that happens, I'm just going to ride for you. I don't know what I'm going to do, actually.
Yeah.
It's just a song.
I just I couldn't picture just for my own self, like if I was married or with somebody, and then because for me, I feel very much the same like with Daniel. Like, I have to have an emotional connection. So if I did go out and cheat on you and had sex with somebody else, like,
you're gone.
That was something that it took time. We got cool.
Yeah. Like, I talk to you for for me.
Yeah, like doing something for a long
time. I would honestly find out and say, babe, come on home and have a conversation.
Yeah.
And upon her arriving,
I just want to be there.
There's no need for you to speak to me. Grab your items. It's time for you to go. What you talking? No.
Just
grab your things and go. What name? Thank you.
See, the people that I date is too crazy for all that. I would probably, and I don't condone violence, but
I got swords at the house. I'm just saying.
Like, I could totally see.
My calm is more threatening than my loud.
See,
that makes sense. Like,
got it.
I'm loud naturally.
Like, that's more dangerous.
My calm
is the problem.
So now you step into an element which is
Right.
liable.
I've become rational. And I've become too rational now.
Too rational, like literally.
Blink of an eye.
And I'm just like,
depart from this place.
Have y'all heard that song?
Prison ministry.
and him. Yep. And I'm doing, and when I tell you, it is all your stuff is already packed. All your stuff packed, girl. Don't worry about it. You could go. You could go. You could. You go. See, now I can't. See, now as the man I am, I got kids. Like Frank got kids, so I will leave because the baby need the house. So I'm gonna leave.
Oh, you good? You good?
Yeah. I'm
you
good.
can go. They can go to their grandma.
I'm gonna leave because
listen,
the kids. And it's bad because I've done it before. Before we had a separation, and because when I moved in, all my stuff just fit like 3 totes fit in my car. That's how I moved there. Same way I left. You know what I mean? All my stuff fit in the same 3 joints. I didn't take no clothes you bought. I didn't take none of the games you bought. I left my PlayStation 5 there. I didn't take the TV. You both paid for that. You know what I mean? I just took my stuff and I left. And then when I came back to the house to have a conversation, which I probably if something like this happened, it'd probably go the same way. I will leave. I'll come back to have a conversation, but I'm not staying.
Yeah.
Because I'll just need you to know, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. This is what mine is. When you get yourself together and you sit down, because I didn't come here to hear you talk. I didn't come here to hear you get it out.
Facts.
I came here to tell you what I'm about to do.
Facts.
And then when you get it together, then you can come tell me what you want to do.
Because I just can't picture.
I'll be at my mom's house
by a whole other dude, and then the marriage,
staying there,
and then stay. Yeah, because then now this sounds so petty, but in my mind, I'm gonna be thinking like, why is he staying here? Like, because then your stomach is
staying to be a shade.
Like you have to go to doctor's
the reason,
bro.
I'm not doing
you a single mother at this point. Like
the reason why one
unless the dude is
right. Real talk is because this easily could have been me.
Right.
This easily could have been a turnaround. The problem that you have versus that I have is that there is physical evidence of development in your face that you see. If I do it and I say you don't see it,
Yeah. Facts.
And it all depends on how the scenario builds up. What happens? How do we get here? I mean, there's other factors that we have to determine. Like, dang.
And that's a good question. How do we get here? Because I think it even before we get to that act of somebody cheating, like there are things that lead to that. There are doors that were open. There were people who had conversations. There's so much more that took place before it even got to that point. So like, how can we prevent in order to make it kind of like holistic?
Yeah.
How can we avoid that even happening? Like, what needs to take place? Couple bubble. What needs to take place before you get there?
Yeah. Like even before my wife and I got married, there was another player on the playing field, and
there's another. You said what?
Another player on the playing field, and
as Pastor Michael
said, I said to her, I ain't nobody's fool.
Come on,
and I'm not second to nobody but God.
Come on, talk to him.
And so you need to make your decision. Because we're just not. Now, my comments more threatening than allowed.
As Pastor Michael said on the sermon, Dirty Diana, you never make me stay, so get your weight off of me. Okay.
but I think it's a conversation of talking about what's really happening going on. And that is something that has to be consistent. That's why we always say communication is key, because things change. People change. Our views change. We evolve. We grow. We got death. We got transition. My body's changing. My mind is changing. I'm revamping my career. I'm revamping my life. If we're not communicating on where we are and where we're going, we can easily fall out of love. We can easily step out. We can easily become unattractive. But the question is, what is the bigger picture? What is the goal? Can we get through getting our kids to 18? Right. Can we push through that? Can we overcome these challenges between us and our differences? Right. Can we get them to college and realize, hey, what we're going to do now, we can live? Because the problem before was, I want to live, I want to go to Dubai. Well, we can't get down the street. Okay. I hear you talking, but it's a matter of communication. And this is the importance of having a vision for your relationship. Like, more than just, I'm emotional, I want you to touch me and love me. No, what is the plan of action and where are we trying to go Right. Because that determines what we do and what we don't do. I was just having a conversation with somebody last night in the basement, and granted, we want to take the trips out of town and do these things and live. I get it. It makes sense to me. But what is our goal? Because if our goal is just to have fun in just this moment, that's all we'll have, and we'll be right where we are.
Facts.
But we have a vision to get 6 figures or to build wealth. That means that there's a time frame of sacrifice that's required. So no, you can't go with them. No, you can't go out with them. No, you can't go. No, we can't go out to eat. Yes, we're cooking at home, because this isn't me restricting you or whatever. What it is us having a plan. And I will say this to everybody who's cheating, that a family that has a plan and a structure and they build and they reach those goals
don't have time.
Watch this. I'm gonna say this. And they may have failed to plan again. Because once you reach a goal, you get comfortable. Mm-hmm. And that's when a lot of infidelity and cheating starts coming in, because now some spicing that came up is new, is whatever, but you're the side piece, but he's not leaving his family, because we've built this. We've built 6 figures. We made this house. We made this family. This is my sweat equity.
Yeah.
Me cheating with you and thinking about to go leave all this to go be with you. You living in the fairy tale world.
Yeah.
And these are just different factors. I'm talking about somebody in my job. He's not going anywhere. No, but valid. But these are factors. But I encourage everybody to have a vision and a plan, even before we get to infidelity. If we get to those things, because these things determine how we need to move and operate, and give yourself some clarity. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
that's it.
Valid.
That's
good. All right, listen. We'll be back with some. We got some hot topics. And some things happening. It's going down. Fire 716. We'll be right back in about 2 or 3 minutes. We're gonna play a song, some commercials, and we'll talk to you guys in a minute.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
I'm Rachel Stewart Johnson, the author of Shackled That Had Me Bound, owner of Beautiful Boss LLC, an advocate for abuse victims. At Beautiful Boss is where we take beauty personally, where we empower people and encourage them to be the beautiful boss they were created to be. Join the conversation with me every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Fire 716 Radio.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I am Don Smoke.
This is DJ Boots, the Beat Bully.
And every Friday here on Fire 716 Radio from 7 to 9 p.m., we will be hosting our show, The Back Room, where we play nothing but hit songs out of 716. We'll also have local music, news, events, shows, and more. So make sure you tune in every Friday and check out the talent created in our booths and studios. The phone lines will also be open for requests, comments, and more. Thank you for choosing Fire 716. Peace.
I am Barnabas Matthews. I represent Sector 716. I refuse, I repeat, I refuse to let COVID-19 cause us to be afraid and live in fear. We will fight, we will win, we will conquer. I represent Sector 716, and we will.
Roots of earth growth, the mud on earth toes, it's how I hold it down. I count to 10 and out in. Now I'm sound, my spirit holds no bounds. I choose responsibilities until I lay the crown. I hold it round, my area with goal of answering out. So when we fly, they won't have to answer who wow. My niggas holding ground. I'm sitting warm and comfortably like the Ray felt. My province state mail, I'm New York State real. Seems like we all got some family locked in J-Cell. My worth to feed this life will a pill. Can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot.
I was in some deep shit, 3 trips just to see shit through. Was on some I come out with heaters, hope you keep one with you. Hustle dollars made foundation, keep your daily one too. Pray to God your people made it, most they making it through. Niggas fall off at the peak like where you taking me to. With never knowing all the good a little patience could do. I caught the big truck, little nigga, I ain't racing with you. I got the big bucks, invested all my paper, I'm cool. I break you the rules. What you think's amazing is fool. I made you remove the fallacies they lay when you schooled. I paid my dues. Now a nigga wake up, eat food, it's spacious, we move. Got a spot where you can't take up no room. I'm like, how many more games your team get swept by the broom? And how many more lanes gon' get accepted? It's cool, now plenty. One of no games, ain't have a penny for food. Came mechanic ready. Y'all niggas can't give me no tools. It was dim. Shine brighter when they hope that you lose. Lay the facts. I live like no one wrote me the rules. Built the shack. They surprised that I ain't draped up in jewels. Sit on your ass. You ain't seen what a little blade work can do.
We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot. We can't stress a lot. We could love a lot.
Who was 36? Yeah.
Talk to him, Frank.
Hey, Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked in the Big Frank in the morning. What it is? What's up? What's happening? You're locked in the room.
And then all this stuff just went all over.
Oh, my bad.
Just made me like, I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's D Money Mac. We got Zaima Beloved, Kev on air, and Daniel the Dark Knight. Got some situations going on. Quick conversation is about Brian McKnight.
Shaman.
Apparently, he's from the region. And
he is from the region.
So then is his baby mama's here?
Yeah. I don't know. He's just from here.
Yeah, he's from here.
He just from one.
But he has children that.
Oh, he ain't started back from one. That other. Let me stop.
No, he literally was like, first set of children. This didn't work out. Second set of children. All just made me a parent.
But you know what? No, he had a son too. I remember a storyline.
The son is literally like Brian.
No,
yeah, and then that's another thing. He had another kid named Brian McKnight Jr. He got a son named Brian McKnight.
I go back in time. I was actually put it up, but he talked about that son, and he talked about that relationship just not being proper, based off of how his son did some things. Because I get as the parent reach out, and I would encourage you to do so. Take care of your first kids. Some people do it better the second round.
Oh,
they just say okay.
And that's not.
They're
that's
probably older and wiser. But
that's not the issue I'm having because
exists.
You was because when you was young, you was stupid. I get it. You know what I mean? Do your kids? Is the kids always gonna get it all the time? No. You know what I'm saying? The second set of kids, you know what you're doing. You done been through something crazy. So like, yeah, I give them what I think they got. You know what I'm saying? But I would never come out my mouth and be like, y'all made me a parent now when I got 2 other kids. I've been a parent this whole time. You know what I'm saying? And technically, them 2 taught me how to be a parent. And now I use that knowledge from y'all to be a better parent
now
over here.
Who don't claim their father to be their father. I'm gonna say what I said, right?
Okay.
Got a set of twins who don't claim their father to be their father.
I get what you're saying.
No acknowledgement of who he. You don't acknowledge you. You my how crazy this sound. You my brother, but that's not my dad.
That's wild.
They don't communicate well. They don't talk well. And they're grown adults now.
Yeah.
And he has a little. I want to reach out to him, want to be with them, random pickups, but they're in the same city.
But that's a different.
But
I feel like that's different from what Brian is dealing with. Is what I'm saying.
But my thing is just that we don't know the details of his situation.
Facts.
Because just because you popular and you famous and I don't know. I got his name, but that's not my dad.
Facts.
He ain't never been.
That's deep.
And not to say that he has good father qualities. Period.
Yeah.
So he might this, and I'm not giving an excuse not to raise, to deal, or to accept your children, but there are some situations out here where the scenario ain't in your favor. Let's just talk this real talk. I've been in my career. I'm chasing my dream. I've been chasing my dream. I have my kids on this journey. But I've been chasing my dreams, so maybe I wasn't there present. I wasn't there, and I don't know what narrative your mom is giving and what's happening. So when I reach out, you want more from me than I can give because the road is calling me because I've been grinding for the. I don't know his full detail of his story, so I'm just Frank Jaquan Henley Jr. is not going to hit him with the overall bash of all things. But I think that there's
just that when the story dropped, just a lot of information came, and when I read through the information, I was like, Brian, like, you following just a little bit, you know what I mean? Just a little bit. And I think it's because I'm, as a son, regardless, like, and because I have my brother, he a junior. So like, if my dad had another kid with another woman and he already had Frank Jr., if he already had Frank, even though he ain't put no junior on it, that's Lil Frank. Yeah. Nobody know him for nothing else. Don't call him Jay nothing. They call him Lil Frank. He ain't got his own name. Then you're going to have a junior after that. Like, that's I think it's trifling.
I don't think it's necessarily trifling, but now this is just
that's like me having a son, Daniel.
That's me having
now, and then 8 years later, I get with some other girl, and I name him Daniel Jr.
And for me, I can do that because for me, because it's not always about y'all. For me, this is what I've always wanted it to really be like. So for me, this is a new leaf. I'll take this leaf that I have here, and I can name them. Number one, these are my seeds. I can name them all. Brian.
You could.
Brian, and Brian. Okay.
He got Brian and Brian.
George Foreman.
Yeah. I know somebody
down to the daughters.
I know somebody in Buffalo who did that. All his kids got the same name.
No facts. Even as a son, I see my father do better with his stepkids and do better with his grandkids than I've seen with like dad.
Which that's why I'm not pressing them on that. And because I understand you not knowing what you was doing the first time, and now you know what you're doing. It definitely is going to look different to the first ones because they feel like because my sisters they talk about all the time how y'all got to do all this, and I'll be like,
bro, I didn't even know you had sisters.
It's not even that. I'd be like one. Y'all was in the house when we was in the house. Don't act funny. Two. We got whoopings. It was just more of us. So and we didn't have the responsibility that y'all had when it was just you and mommy. Because now it's me, mommy, Frank, Shiloh, DeMilo.
Got you.
And daddy. So it got spread out more. So mommy don't care as much. And then because we boys, they make us busy. You know what I mean? So as long as we stay busy, we was you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, but we got in trouble just like y'all. Stop acting funny.
I personally have a gripe with parents treating the stepkids better than their own kids.
That's ridiculous.
I've lived through this, and there's because it's like, how can you now look and care for these other kids in such a way that your own kids, don't get that same respect?
Yeah.
And so I personally like what Brian McKnight is doing, even though I don't think are they his stepkids or are they his kids' kids?
I think he has a kid with her, but the other kids, but those kids, the girl, the older girl,
I think
it's his stepkids because they're grown, obviously.
Yeah, I find that deplorable.
I'd be interested to know what his relationship was like with his father.
Right. Yeah. And then too, for me, and I'll say this:
he's from here, so
I'll be the op today. Is that love resides here greater than it is over there? You like that? How can you say that, Frank? Because I love her. I've decided love was attached to her. Therefore, I invest here. And unfortunately, me and your mother ain't in love no more. I mean, that thing. So now it's really about me having a direct line to you. But a direct line to you means that I got to deal with some things. And this is just growing up and respond concerning you and what your mom had, what we did, how that worked. Because like I said before, that we don't always know the storyline between your father and your mother and what that does for me. And what, even though you were produced and I love you, there's some
things at your house.
There's some things that just happen that just does me wrong. Like I'll talk about my dad's situation. He don't watch that much. Is that one of the twins? He had two sets of twins. So one of the sets of twins, he was talking to their mother, and it was cool. But he went to jail. Got out of jail. And allegedly, they were still supposed to have been rocking out for a couple of months. But she ended up talking to somebody else. Okay, boom. And then what ended up happening was he came to visit. Now, the man was in the house, and there was a little situation. And my dad had walked. I think I came from jail and went there for support. Ended up walking from Lockport to Niagara Falls. Like just on the strength. But for him, that was like a traumatic situation. So his relationship with those set of twins is better now. But it wasn't always the best because y'all mama like violating. I was in a place. So this did something to me. You know, I could have killed this man. I could have killed this man.
Right back.
Right back.
Yeah.
And so sometimes we don't know those details. And apparently, and my mom was a freaking and who knows how that story goes. Her words, not mine. Don't you judge me. But and like I said, that is not an excuse not to have a relationship with your kids. That's a responsibility that you have a dialogue with them, and have that conversation with them and build that with them. So I would encourage Brian McKnight. You need to have a conversation with them and just and let that be what it is. And I'm not saying that he hasn't or he has. I don't know their story.
I think you make a really valid point, especially because we've seen so many times a valid point in that you need to know the story. Because we see so many times how a mother will stop the child from having a relationship with the father. So I'm like, wow, I wonder if it was that. I wonder if the mother was like impeding progress in the children connecting with him. If maybe she was actually the cause of it, because I've seen that over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. And somebody made a statement recently about, we have that black fathers aren't there. But somebody made a statement as if you don't understand that society is locking us up. There's a lot happening to the fact that we're all not absent because we want to be absent.
Right. Yeah.
But that sometimes we're absent because of the welfare situation. They kick us out. We're different and we got to survive. But I encourage every father to make strides. And sometimes it's hard because if you've been absent for a long time, you haven't been there, and now you're trying to go in to repair, do a thing, and the child may not be receptive.
That's true.
And I think,
especially after many years.
Without it, because the narrative is that you haven't been, like, for them, they consider me to be my dad's favorite from the first. It makes sense. But but either way, it's like, it's funny because y'all feel like I was his favorite, but I feel like I missed a lot.
Yeah.
Because you was locked up, you was in prison, you wasn't here. Right. What was up? So my narrative is different than their narrative.
Right.
But it's like, how do we, but a conversation is required.
Facts.
To know that.
I was like my brother's dad. My brother is 24. Yeah, he'll be 25 this year. And his dad was like a part of his life when he was younger. And like, I even I'm older than my brother. So we spent time together. Like I looked up to him and all that stuff. Yeah. And then he like went to jail also and all these different things like that. And then he just chose to not be a part of my brother's life. Yeah. And then like a couple of years ago, just had some more kids. And now he's like helping and taking care of them. And my brother has a sister that's close in age, but the mom didn't want them to have a relationship. She didn't like my mom and all these different things. But it's just like, now it's like everybody just expects my brother to have this close relationship with his dad. And it's like,
I chose not to be here.
Like it is hard for me. Like I'm telling my brother, don't come to me for advice because I can't stand the nigga. Like I want to beat him up. But
no facts.
I hear you.
Hey, people do change, and sometimes
valid.
I feel like for my brother, it will be good for him to try to build that relationship with his siblings. And if he gets the relationship with his dad, and able to navigate those waters, that's beautiful because you need the male, like I said, Monday, having a father when you haven't is just literally your life is totally different.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
yeah. Because my way of looking at the world is totally different than see what I don't have a dad. I'd be like, oh yeah, I don't really care about that because my dad was like, why you crying about that? Who cares? I'm like, facts, why do I care? Why do I care about that? You know, who cares? You're right. My bad, you know. But I hear y'all. Like my daughter, she going through the opposite thing. It's gonna end up going through the opposite thing, kind of. Like she kind of deal with it kind of now. It's kind of weird because of that one, because she knew, but she always at my house. Where she's a stepdaughter. So any kid that come after that is gonna be my blood. And like she has a fear, and Quita kind of had a fear that I'm gonna be different. You know what I mean? And I couldn't promise that I'm absolutely not. You know what I mean? Because how I can't deal with you, I can deal with them. So they gonna be different. You know what I mean? Like I know she wildin'. So like how I can't correct you in this way.
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna get it.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna but that's gonna change their dynamic.
Absolutely.
As people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when they get in trouble for all the stupid,
all the
small little things that I grew up getting in trouble for.
Yeah.
You learn to never do them so that you don't have that issue later. Which then I learned responsibility different. I learned doing stuff different because somebody was lording over me as a child.
Yeah.
Because I had two parents.
Facts.
To lord over me.
Right.
You know what I mean? She just coming into something now where now she has two parents now. And so it's a lot different. It's a little more difficult to navigate that for her and for me too, because I can't be the full me I really know to be. Because I'm handcuffed by certain things.
Gotcha.
And that's just the truth of the matter.
Yeah,
It don't change the fact that I am going to love her less because I'm not. You know what I mean? But it's going to change the difference in how I deal with them.
Yeah, 100%.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I agree. My dad told me this because I have a son, but he's adopted. And my dad was like, well, you don't see the difference when you had your own. I'm like, I hear you. I hear you 100%. But the way that I love him now, I don't see that changing just because I have my own. You see what I'm saying? I don't see the way that I chastise him changing because I have my own.
Right.
He is mine.
Right.
He ain't going nowhere, and neither am I. Right. So,
plus it's different for you than it is for me because mine was already like 9.
No, valid.
When I met her, she was already valid. She already had her own personality, and living a certain type of way already. You know, it's different. Aiden, he brand new.
Yeah. No, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Brand new.
Well, he was 1.
Okay, so you
but
had time to bond.
He's been with my wife since he was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, 1 year old. How
right.
old is he now?
2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He brand new
years,
still.
you know?
He's still brand new. That's why it's weird because I've been with her before. Like all her mom been around her.
Yeah.
So how me and her it's totally different.
And you're watching him form his personality. You're watching him become. And you just kind of got.
Yeah, I kind of just
jumped
into it.
No, facts. No, that's very 100%.
And I think that's important. I'm grateful of my wife and I's relationship that we birthed. We got rebirth. But I planned that she push. She's my pusher.
That's your pusher.
That we are developing just together our own. But even them is like, Trey, I love you, my boy. But them girls gonna be a little bit.
But I feel like as a father,
that's a gender difference.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as a father, we have to live out our sons. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like we have to show our daughters a different type of love.
Sure.
Right.
Like you said, your daughter's gonna be bougie.
But it's also
and they need to be though. Because as a father, you don't need nobody but me. You feel me? I'm the only man you need for real in life. So like when this man come along, he got some standards to uphold. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then as a boy, you like, this is how you deal with relationships and money and life.
Low key, I'm like, God, don't let them break his heart, Lord. Too bad.
Listen, because I'm
my boy. He affectionate now.
Yeah.
His father's emotional. You fake crying and he a joker, but
yeah,
like God, Lord. Lord, just
I hear you.
Lord, protect his heart.
I'm in a difficult space.
But you gonna be there and be like, nah, bro, don't even sweat that, bro.
Yeah. That's which is nice. It's weird for me though, because like she already 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She in that age where, do I like boys? Do I not like boys? Do I hate them? But then like she in that middle, and then it's weird because I'm still new to me. Like she'll be like, you the best dad ever. I don't see it. You know what I mean? But I am like looking off in the future. Like, man, I'm at a point where I feel like I cannot mess up.
Yeah.
Because like if they was babies, gonna mess up, come back. I could come back and be like, oh, don't worry, I'll change. I'm better. You know what I mean? But with her, I can't because she see it. So it's like, so I try to be a listener, even though sometimes I really don't want to. I try to be like as present as I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Other than, when I go to work, which she hate when I'm at work, but it is what it is. So like, but it's weird because I can't really say to be gangster or like hard or like, because I don't like gangster hard females. So I wouldn't want to make her one anyway. But like at the same time, I don't want her to be overly emotional.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be one. So sometimes I'm a little distant, just so I'd be like, this don't mean I don't love you. It's just right now I need my space, and you gonna have to be okay with that. Because later on, somebody else gonna love you, but they also gonna need their space sometimes. And you gotta be okay with that,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy out here. Being a father to a daughter is hard. Being a father to a son,
it must be serious.
Easy.
Listen, we're getting ready to get up out of here, guys. Let's get your final thought quickly around the table before we get out of here. We got about 4 minutes. What's your encouragement to the people?
Man, love is an action word. Okay. Love is an action word. Love is not an adjective. It's an adverb. You need to show it. There need to be a description. And with kids, it will always be dicey. It's never going to be exactly how you want it to be. It's never going to be in the form you ever wanted it to be in. And you're going to have some moments where your love seems like it's not love. And you going to have to stay on that ground about it still though, and it's gonna be hard. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I've had moments where my mom said something, then she probably went off and cried about whatever she said because she just felt like it was just so much, and it's like, but you need it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, continue to show love, so especially to the kids. Any kid you see, kids need love. Period. No, the hard kind and the soft kind.
No fact.
Brian, I was like.
Zion, my beloved.
Okay, I would say to people, I love you, and what you should do when I love you too.
Yeah.
When you find that God has not chosen you, or you feel that God has not picked you, or God has not opened the door for you, then all you need to do is trust Him.
Mm-hmm.
You just trust Him and wait until He opens the door, or He picks you, or He gives you your assignment, or He chooses you, because just because it's not right now doesn't mean it won't happen. So just trust Him.
Valid. D-Money Man.
My final thought for the day is choose better. Choose better relationships. If they give you red flags through text messages, they give you red flags. Don't be like, oh, I love red. No. Choose better. Avoid getting your heart broke because it's not fun. And you really do get trauma from relationships. PTSD. I got PTSD from some relationships, okay? And I genuinely feel like choose better. Don't choose how I've chosen.
Yeah. Don't choose how I've chosen.
Choose
better.
Unless you want a plethora of content.
Yes, unless if you want stories that you can tell.
Ernie, good morning.
You know?
Yeah.
But if you want a nice, simple, beautiful life with no heartbreaks, choose better.
Yes. Kim on there, what you got for the people?
So my final thought is stay the course.
Yeah.
People gonna talk, people gonna give you their opinions, and they're gonna really try to like sway you in their own direction.
Yeah.
My encouragement to you is stick to what God told you to do. If God told you to quit your job and you've been without a job for a year, don't go get a job until he tells you to, and just keep working the things that he's telling you to work, because it's gonna work out.
Valid.
So yeah.
Powerful.
The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so they that see it can run with it.
Morning, Ernie.
Have the vision, but put your vision on paper. Not that it's not real or that it's not going to happen, but you need to be able to pull yourself back to the vision as you get distracted and people start talking, things start happening. And if you have no plan of action, you don't know where you're going, your decisions have no guardrail. If I am going towards a set location and you're not going in that direction, there's no need for us to collaborate. Even if you have to back up to take a different detour, we're still heading to the same direction. I'm gonna say this and I might get off of here. Some of us are riding with the wrong people because they're not heading where you're going. You can't hitch a ride with everybody. You just cannot. And some people got to fall off and go, and change is okay. You don't need an introduction to make a change. Just make a decision. I'll holler at y'all. It's been good. It's Big Frank in the morning. We'll be back on Friday. Turn it up a little bit, and we might get a live performance. We'll talk about it on 5716. Big Frank in the morning.
This is DMP Speaks coming to you. I am a board certified Christian counselor. I'm also a life coach. I am a family restoration specialist. I help build, rebuild, and grow your family. Maybe you're having some communication problems. Maybe you guys are just yelling and screaming and you guys are just not getting along. And if you want access to me for your 30-minute consultation call, follow me on all my social media platforms. TikTok, Facebook at DMP Speaks. And if you go to YouTube and Instagram, it's at I am DMP Speaks. Download Fire 716 and click the link.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dante Miles, aka D Belly, aka your city councilman. I'm here at Fire 716 Radio, and I'm asking you to tune in on Thursdays at 11 on our show, The Vault. We're going to be having some conversations that's super relevant, but very important. And sometimes it may be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to make sure that we get our voices out. Come tune in on Thursdays at 11.